I'm glad you've chosen to stay, Interloper. The path to master scribing is not an easy one, but its rewards are innumerable. Your knight appears to be leaving. Did I ruffle her feathers with a guild of mages? Fascinating, but a topic for another conversation. Let's stay focused. Ulfsild prepared for the day that someone would follow in her footsteps. What I want is immaterial. The Luminaries will dictate your future as a scriber of grimoires, an editor. Ulfsild left a number of echoes, instructional illusions, scattered throughout the library. Their aim is to guide you through the process. The echo at the base of the altar is just one of many. Much of the Scholarium's knowledge has been lost to time. But if Magnus wills it, fly back to me when you have followed Ulfsild's instructions.
If you are seeing this, the Scroll has set you on the path to learn the art of scribing. A world of magic awaits you. I've left behind another sort of guide, the True Sight Lens. Seek it out in the East Wing. The lens and the fables are signposts to seek the Luminaries, and they will teach you far more than I ever could.
Good. You found the lens. It will be your most important tool in tracing. It's quite simple. Stand in one and peer through the lens. Gather your feathers about you. Nearby, you will see a focal point, and the fable of Ulfsild's secrets are all around us. You need only know where to look. Read the fable of the... Ulfsild created the True Sight lens as she developed the art of scribing. From a young age, she could see magic in a way few others could. From a very young age, Archmage Ulfsild found she could see the current of magic. Seeing and understanding are two different things, Interloper. The lens was a... Now enter the focal point and peer through the lens. You will see what was unseen in the fable. Excellent. Ulfsild's annotations will tell you where you need to go. You've seen the hidden annotations then, and you know where you are going. You should be able to follow those annotations in sequence, leading you from location to location. Just like the hunter in the fable, you seek the Indrik now. As this is your first time, I will accompany you into the field. Not everything you need to know is on the page. I'll meet you at the Lady's Standing Stone in Auridon. How nice it'll be to really stretch my wings again. Indeed. Ulfsild gathered hundreds of tomes in her search for these tales. Ulfsild felt a kinship with him. He was the first of the Luminaries to ally. Tilt your head, and think of the altar as the heart of the Scholarium. Yes. Before the doors were sealed, the Indrik, Netch, Dragon, and Griffin fed... there's the trick. We don't. Ulfsild underwent trials to prove her worth. Here we are, where the fabled chase began. what a flight! I almost didn't want to land. But to business. The Luminaries are beings of great power. Each has a... As I said in the library, let the fable be your guide. We are here at the Lady, the first annotated location in the fable. Just as you did back at the Scholarium, peer through the true sight lens within a focal point. Magic wards left behind by the Indrik. A trio of these wards hide a fragment of his key. Once revealed, these wards can... If the Luminaries share one trait, it's a love of a challenge overcome. Yes, you'll need to gather 3 key fragments to open the... Peer through the lens, reveal the wards, and claim the key fragment. This may seem a small... Indeed. Ulfsild gathered hundreds of tomes in her search for these. Ulfsild felt a kinship with him. He was the... The lens shows you magic the way Ulfsild saw it. Shades of how the Luminaries see it. Now, find the wards. Find 2 more wards to reveal the fragment. Your vision has faded once more. Find another focal point. Peer through the lens and break the wards to find the key fragment. The wards are gone, and the fragment revealed. Key fragment is yours. Well done. You've taken to this well. Your early steps to master scribing. But from here I must take my... Just as you did here. Use the fable to find your way. Dispel the war. He will likely ask you to prove yourself worthy of his power. I have a good feeling about you, interloper. Altar breaker. I have faith. Just remember, you can always reference the fable of the Indrik from your bag. Ulfsild's annotations will guide you on your... Excellent. The wards are nearby. Seek the key fragment. Walk the path. Gather your feathers about you. The last fragment is within those ruins.
All right, but don't cry for mummy.
You've flown true. The Luminary Indrik's door is close. Find the path to the top, and take the next step on your journey.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
It has been many long years since a mortal entered my domain. And now here you are, following in Ulfsild's footsteps. Welcome to my domain, adventurer, bearer of my fable. I sense the power of the Scholarium within you. Your ink-stained hands have touched the altar's magic. I sensed too when Ulfsild's essence faded from this realm. I sense potential. You hunger for power, much as Ulfsild did when she sought me out all those years ago. I will ask you the same question I asked her. What confidence? You believe you have the wisdom to use my power, the power to maim or mend, to blast with flame or freeze. A story is never just a story. It has the power to change from within and without. The fable of the Indrik acts as a symbolic connection. It's good to taste the ink of the Scholarium upon the air again. Power can mean many things. Its meaning may change with each new day, each turn of the season. Ulfsild learned this hard lesson when the Scholarium slipped away. If I entered the scroll nearby details a series of challenges, expressions of power, both. You do not know me yet, but I am no taskmaster. Power expressed against one's will is... Rest easy. I would not set you to task without cause. There is method to my mindset. I would be disappointed if you did not. Scribing is an art as a to consider the meaning of power. Every being alive, gladiators in a ring, the unquiet dead. The act of scribing is really quite simple. That was Ulfsild's choice. If magic is a river, we are eddies in the current. Why are you the way that you are? Why do you have fur? My pocket domain, shaped and hewn into being in the same way I chose my form. Indeed, each of us formed a pocket realm as we were born. I think we are very alone, each of us, only partially. Scribing, even in its earliest incarnations. In Ulfsild's time, yes, it did. The strength of the noble beast whose shape I chose felt right at home among these falling petals and verdant greens. When I need a moment's peace, or to
ready to die?
trouble brewing here. Stay alert.
They serve by choice. They serve the strong. They serve me. I am patient, but not that patient.
Little present from Beck, eh?
Well done, mortal. You have risen to the challenge. One task remains. If I am to lend you my strength, you must lend me yours. Power for power. A wrong righted, and another step on the path. My own. One day, as I enjoyed the sun upon my pelt, I beheld a hunter tracking an Indrik and her Fawn. I stepped in. I imbued the Fawn with a wisp of my power, but in acting with haste, I acted unwisely. I granted my power to a being that did not ask for it, and did not know how to use it. The height of arrogance. Seek the Fawn and the hunter in a southern Auridon cavern. Del's claim.
They're coming for us.
Come now, little Fawn. You cannot run forever. No quarry can escape me. Hounds after it.
Just as I said, my power overwhelms the Fawn. A ward of that power now binds it. Dispel the ward. You are free, little one. Free to... What? Ah, of course. You may return with us if you wish. I will see both of you in my domain then. I will grant my promised power to the one that sought it, and offer safe harbor to the one that did not. The Fawn is safe. My strength returned. And you now, as with Ulfsil before you, I offer you the sigil of the Indrik. You will take it to the altar, and imbue. Until now, your mastery of the art was limited. With my support, your horizon expands. So too, the vision of your allies. Your knight has returned, with allies at her side. But that can wait. Mortal, you have completed my trials. You have shown wisdom in the use of your power. Take my sigil. Join its... My power is yours to wield.
You don't see that every day. Nahlia's going to want to hear about this.
Good to see you again. You'll find her over in the East Wing with our newest arrival.
There you are. I wanted to introduce you. This is Chronicler Ferandil.
Good to meet you. Nahlia and I have been touring the library and I've already found, well, some terribly surprising things.
Ferandil is a chronicler, one of the best the guild has to offer. You two talk a moment, and then we can discuss what comes next.
Chronicler Ferandil, I've been tasked with facilitating this lost art form I'll scour the complex for grimoires and scripts. I've already found quite a few. Don't worry, I will do my very, very best to ensure... But of course you do! Ask away. I believe so, yes. I have a good image. I most certainly hope so. In the Great Mages Guild.
It's good to be back. I know it took some time to get us all down here. Apologies. Archmage Scholarium and the Votary Commander needed significant convincing. You just continue to impress again and again. For the duration. You have more luminaries to find. This complex needs to be... Magnus be praised. We've secured supplies for a full-fledged expedition, you've allied with your first luminary, and the altar surges with new power. Not bad for a day's work. What happens next is up to you, be it griffin, netch, or dragon. We've gathered their fables in the main hall. If you have any questions, let me... You mean Ferandil? I reached out to him. Absolutely. We're relying on him to help us Ferandil has this way of getting his hands on things you wouldn't expect, like we do not. Julian and I have already begun speculating based on some... I did, and she was a bit cryptic. I mean,